Welcome back to the Pangya Reborn Rival Series, TGC Rival Series main series pre-match assessment, sponsored by the Watermelon Comment. It's the bounciest watermelon around. Don't bounce real watermelons the same way or you might be disappointed. Anyway, this is match 4. Since match 3, Drax has decided he wants to do best of 3s instead of best of 1s. So from now on, at least we're in a testing phase with this, but from now on, it'll be 3 courses instead of 1, probably with the same rule set for each course. So it should be interesting to see whether Drax can pull himself together in a best of 3 series as opposed to a best of 1. Maybe it'll make for some interesting situations. He is the challenger, so he does get to make a lot of the rules, so the ball is always in his court. If he thinks a best of 3 is better for him, then by all means. Anyway, let's go through the requirements for this round. Item restrictions are none. So this is going to be my set for the first match. It may change for the second and third match depending on how I feel. But since there's no restrictions, it's fine. Caddy is defined as Ellie and Tori. Mascot is defined as the Tiny Dragon. Rings are legal, except for the consumables. So I am going to have the Dark Angel ring up, and I'm going to also have the Graphite ring up for this round. Consumable cards are, as of course, banned, but any other equipable card is fine. So that's perfectly legal. I will try to remember to click this button during each of the matches as well, as best as I can. As you can see, the card lineup is there. The comment is defined as the Watermelon Comment, which I do have plenty of. And clothes, there's got to be a top, there's got to be a bottom, there's got to be shoes. The gloves, once again, have to have a 4th power slot. So I've chosen the same gloves I've done last time. All other accessories are fine this round, so those are my accessories. And that's going to do it for the requirements. The distance is a hard 292 now, no 296 or lower. It is a hard 292. I will show that during the matches. Finally, the course lineup this round is going to be Abbot Mines, of which I'll highlight holes 8 and 17 as particular ones. If 8 is not done correctly, it could be a point to somebody. If 17 will come down to a long putt, so if someone misses a long putt, again, that's a point to somebody, most likely, if we get to that point. And the next round, the round 2 is going to be Shining Sands, of which I'll highlight hole 6, the rather short UFO hole, which, you know, that usually has some quirks to it, and the Propel pyramid hole, where you have to normally curve around, but you can do some other funky stuff with it. I forget which hole number that is, but you'll know it when you see it, needless to say. If we have to go to a tiebreaker for this round, it's going to be Mystic Ruins, and let's just say Mystic Ruins is not something we want to do, so we will just go 2-0, and that's going to be that. Alright, see you in the matches. Alright, welcome to round 1 of possibly 3 of match number 4 of the main series, and that's some incredible timing. Right, on comms, Zealous Tome, and of course myself, Draxie, will be mute today.
Oh, sorry, you're recording.
I literally just started, and then you came in within 30 seconds. So... it was amazing.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
literally
good.
just got told to get in here.
You're good. You're good.
Oh, that's funny. My timing is always.
Always great. That's very true.
I want fun commentary. Sure thing. Sure thing. Oh, it's gonna be fun! And this time I'm not gonna be baked off my mind. I think everyone in this call knows exactly what I mean. And not the things that the viewers are probably thinking.
I'm ready for a sec. You got it.
I'm just setting up. Ah, Fragment of Time Summer. Very nice.
Bruh.
Right, so are we doing items, no items?
This is a rather non-restrictive round. There are full items in this round.
I think you've made a fail.
Who?
Whoever set up the room.
Oh.
It's TGC RM4, right?
Yeah.
Players 2 of 2.
Well, yes, we're intending to do the rival match first.
Ah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I even see you logged in, and I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, we're doing this first.
Right, is someone going to actually stream this so I can give some commentary?
Draxie says, get on Parsec, you boob.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he keeps saying it in game chat like you're gonna be able to look at it. That's the issue.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
That's the issue here.
Thanks, bro, you incompetent mong. Also, I just joined the wrong Parsec. That's Croc. Testing, Smithers. Okay, let's go.
Alright, if we're all ready, let's go for it.
To me as my pigeon. You've been reduced to a pigeon.
I mean, I guess I'm not surprised. I'm being taken for a ride. I'm a pigeon. I don't know what else is going to happen, you know? I already let Draxie set all the rules, basically, because he's the challenger, so... He takes me for a ride. I'm a pigeon still.
Saying that, I need to mute my own Pangya. Otherwise, this is gonna get mighty weird, mighty fast. Okay, so we have Draxie setting up on the green for the first shot of Abbot Mines. This will be a very nice game. Or at least I hope so. So let's see what he does with his first hit. Apparently he's taking us for a ride with the Pang Wheel. Probably no one's going to really know what that means, but we'll explain later.
Or never. Either way is fine.
Okay, let me reiterate. We'll explain later if my memory works. Which, let's face it, it probably won't.
True.
Cheeky. Okay, that's the majority of distractions out of my way. So, looks like Hyper's done a very nice drive of his own. Okay.
I believe that's number 4 on Eggy's wheel. Number 4 is taking for a ride.
Ah, that makes sense. I'll take you for a ride!
I've seen the comms land on 4 a lot, so I should know that by now.
Yeah, it's fair. Okay. David's just like, oh no, not yearning for the mines.
Of course.
Oh, bloody hell. To be honest, the only reason I joined with the sound effects is because I thought you hadn't started recording yet.
No, it's totally fair. It's just bruh anyway. Nobody will mind.
Yeah, I'm not going to change it for a while on the server, so you'll have that for a bit.
You're good.
It's not like I'm sending something that would probably need the recording to be reset.
Yeah, you're fine. That was a pretty solid shot, actually. Almost went in. Actually, would have been a great start.
Right, let's see what Hyper can do for his approach to the green.
It's probably a little tougher for me because it's a little more awkward.
There we see that he's staring at his balls, thinking it's a good little bit of
pudding.
I like that.
I might spice up the show every now and then with a little sound effect or two. Very innocent stuff, nothing too bad.
It's all good.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
Yeah,
Looks
not
like
quite Drax's shot, but it's good enough.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, actually, he wound up further than I.
He was a bit more accurate, but he also had a little bit more backspin than you did.
Right.
So at the end of the day, he was a bit further. And we have a nice 3-hit dunk. We're good. Very nice. Let's see if we can get this for the draw. And that is a draw on hole 1. For some reason, it's Drax that is dancing in the background, not realizing that that's a draw, you pleb. Anyway, on to hole 2 of Abbot Mines. We have a nice par 3 with a
free coin
of roughly 248 yards away. Looks to be a decline of 12.9. Let's call it 13. And
yeah,
no,
for all intents and purposes, 13 is usually what I take in for calculations.
And no, I am not just deciding to rip off the announcer from the golf club, but here we are. He's staring into the distance, probably wondering if Dogu Man is going to be jumping out of that hole any second. It's either that or he's remembering something and wondering if Michael Jordan has holed up in there. Oh, he's going for a tomahawk. Let's see where this goes. And this is looking quite promising. Boom! Hole-in-one. That's the first hole-in-one of the game on hole 2. But will Drax be able to take it back with a hole-in-one of his own? Honestly, viewers, I'm probably thinking not as much as you. But yeah, I think we're thinking the same thing right now. Let's see if he can do it. Looks like he has the wind going against him with a 7-meter. Looks like he's going to kill it. And gain just a little bit of extra control while he's at it. Getting rather quiet here, so I think even he has decided to resign to his own fate and that he is potentially taking the L. Let's see if what he believes to come true will come true for the rest of us. Pardon me if I go quiet for a couple of seconds too long. I'm probably coughing up a lung. And going in with the tomahawk. But will this be enough? Let's see if he can mimic the exact situation.
He was looking short.
That's an undershot.
He landed at just about 4.20 away, though.
And thus, Hyper takes the round with round 2 as his first point. It's looking something interesting so far.
It sure is.
Trust me, this wouldn't be anywhere near as interesting if I was playing, considering that my power is so ungodly high that anything that they say just doesn't apply to me anyway. I believe it. Apparently Drax is also in the same opinion that, yes, I would not be anywhere near as interesting. Cheeky bastard, but here we are. He's collecting a good bit of those crystals. For all we know, his name should probably be changed to Steve. And he's on the rough just outside of the green. Not too bad. But hey, we could always have room for improvement.
It's typically what I expect out of this hole.
There's always a nice chip-in opportunity here.
It's usually what happens on this hole.
No, I am not responding to that, and here you have it, folks. Drax is just, not ready to respond to any kind of commentary. I think we will not be having an interview with him after the game. Because of course, I'm taking a couple of lines out of F1. I'll tell you on your bike, you gobshot, what? And everyone on the course is equally as confused, so let's just get to the next shot and see how much of a chip-in that we can cause, eh?
This one's gonna be a strange shot.
The caddies are confused, thinking that a chip-in comes with dip for some reason. No, we're not having tapas, so let's just move on and see if we can get this ball in the hole.
Let's see if this does it. No, not even close.
Ooh, not quite.
Not even close. Alright.
Slight underestimation of the strength of the wind.
Yeah, I was gonna be off on all counts there. Alright.
Yeah, honestly, I was in agreement on that one. You've really got to be a bit stronger on a wind like this. And it looks like the power was accurate, but the direction wasn't. Looks
Yeah,
like
that
we're
was
in
definitely the
for a
better
draw
shot.
for this hole. It looks like we're in for a draw on this hole.
That's how it works.
Alright, and we're setting up to hole 4 on a current 1-0.
I had the
Currently,
privilege of actually holing-oneing this hole in a GP last week.
I don't
Out of
believe
nowhere.
I've won this one before. There's only a single hole I've ever done it on, and I believe it was hole 8. I'll know when I see it.
Alrighty, let's just do what we do best and just trying it on the green. Because that's what I usually expect out of this hole.
And that is a beautiful approach. Right next to the hole, let's see if Drax can more than easily, I say that, ha ha ha, replicate the exact same effects.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the version of the hole that I actually hole-in-one in, because my best chip-in became 414. I do remember that.
I'm pretty sure that Drax has hole-in-one this place, unless I'm remembering Dave.
He's said, I think he has before, or at least one of the two did, maybe even both of them.
I'm pretty sure I have seen at least both. I have seen both of them do it at least once back on the laptop days. Okay, not quite as good for an approach, and that backspin kind of biting, but oh well. He's setting up for a relatively easy chip-in here. Not chip-in, fucking putt. Wow, my brain is still in Kobe mode. Yes, chip on the green, because everyone's going to love to see that. He hates putting so much that he just chips it in on the green. Yeah, you bet it was Mario Golf, big boy. Anyway. Very nice putt.
Alright, let's just wrap that up.
In it goes. Simple enough draw. It was very unlikely that anyone was going to make or break on that hole. So here we are on hole 5 for the par 5.
Ah, yes, this one. Right. This should be interesting.
We apologize for the fact that Drax is apparently talking to a ghost, but we may have a parsec lurker.
Oh man, we love ghosts here.
We definitely do have a parsec lurker. Yeah, it's called you. Well, sorry for existing in the spiritual realm.
Did I fuck up? I did. Oh no.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, the worst part was that that wind was going very much against you.
I definitely fucked.
Looks like that if Draxie is able to take this shot correctly, he may end up taking the hole. Let's see if he can manage it.
I might have given you a freebie here. I might have given you a freebie here.
Honestly, I think a lot of us would probably have expected that to go decently enough, even without the backspin.
Alright.
And now Hyper's setting up back on the green for a second shot. Currently he sits on shot 3, so let's see what he can do. I know for a fact you have spiked this one on hole 2. Shot 2, yeah. You've done it at least once in my presence, so I know for a fact you've done it.
Alright, now I'm in a required position to try this just to put decent pressure on. And it might not even matter anyway.
Well, as long as you're actually able to get it in the hole, he's a bit pressured to actually putt it correctly. Otherwise, that's a loss. Well, a draw.
I was hoping to just do this to win, but then that happened, which was a huge mistake on my part. I'm derping harder than derpy.
And Hyper's pulling out the toilet paper.
Yep.
Nobody knows what that actually means unless you are on Pangya, and even then, some of us don't know what it means, so just assume it's not going to be used to wipe spot on the field.
Let's see.
Apparently, Mr. Scumbag Text-to-Speech over here is feeling a bit ditzy.
It's 14. 65.
Well, you said ditzy, so deal with it. Ditzy do one. Ha! Okay, let's see where this lands. This could be glorious. Oh, just a light undershoot. Just a little too short. Alright.
Let me see here.
Now setting up for a relatively simple one. I was about to say, do not say drag and drive. We are not playing football. This isn't Blue Lock. He is going for the tomahawk. Maybe the spike. Who knows? Let's see what goes in the mind of this bell-end brother of mine. I don't know, I'm just an impartial voice in your head. I lie, I'm not really impartial. But at the end of the day, I just want to see someone win and someone lose. Even though I kind of have a very good idea who that's going to already be. And he's going with the backspin spike. This could be interesting. See where this ends up. And pew. That's a nasty overshoot. Probably would have been better off just sticking with the tomahawk. And he has to make this in order to win the hole, otherwise we are set back to a draw. This is about 19-20 yards out, so will he be able to do it?
No, that's not true. He has to make it in 2. I would be on shot 5.
Oh, you have a point.
Yeah.
Yes, fair comment, fair comment.
I really wish I made it in now.
Yeah, you would have been sitting on a very nice... I think you would have been sitting on a draw if you didn't miss.
Yeah, but he made it anyway, so...
And
in the end, it didn't matter.
Aimed for this round, and now we are moving on a 1-1. The game is back in anyone's favor. Okay, not to self. Note, he says. Take off 50 yards and spike. Holy shit. You heard it here, and now you can steal his notes. Looks like someone's setting up for a power shot. And to whoever it is that has the jackhammer in the background, can you please work on a different goddamn day?
Or at least a different hole.
Or that, even if you have to just stop for like 5 minutes while some golfers take their shots, the silence would be appreciated.
Alright, let's see it.
Okay, let's see where this lands.
This one's usually a tricky one to nail, because it does get deceptive sometimes.
Yep.
Alright.
I remember having slight issues with this hole due to the deceptive nature.
Yeah, this one's a tricky one. I actually tend to undershoot a lot on this hole. It's been a decent tendency of mine.
Oh well, at least we're here now. Let's see if you can break that habit.
I hope so. Let's see here.
It's time for Hyper Dunk Nick to get it in.
Of course.
I'm sorry, I thought we were playing golf. I didn't realize we were playing basketball.
Well, we are dribbling with watermelon comets.
And apparently someone really needs to fire the cameraman. But very good, that was a nice hole-in-one to end the hole. That makes 2 holes in 1 for the current game, which has landed Hyper every one of his points so far. This is going to be interesting. Alright, we're on to hole 7. Let's see what we get now.
7?
Oh, this is the hated hole.
This is the funny one, yes. And this is going to be an interesting one. The wind is going to make this tough.
I hate this hole with every fiber of my being.
It's hard to get right.
I've only ever managed to get over that wall, I think, twice in my whole career.
It's okay, it'll be a lot more
power out of us all.
It'll be a lot more once you know the secret.
Oh yeah. The stars, it includes a 3-iron.
I probably should have taken off. No, this is looking fine. That's excellent. That's excellent.
That was quite nearly a Looney Tunes dunk.
I don't expect a dunk here. I'm just happy to be close, because even if I'm a little farther away, this putt is ass.
Oh, absolutely.
On the second shot.
Yep.
Alright, let's see it.
That's going over, but the wind is not impacting anywhere near as much as he thought.
He's over there.
He's sitting on the green. Meanwhile, his caddies are defying the laws of physics.
Oh, that's just a typical Friday. It's fine.
Yeah, it's about right. Majority of the caddies in this game seem to just be a supernatural entity with the power of saying screw gravity.
Could always be Titan Boo with no neck. His head just keeps spinning.
Oh, absolutely on that one.
Oh!
Well, that may have cost him the hole.
I will see to that.
Cost him the hole.
I will see to that.
Is this about to become a right nasty? Yep, and there you have it. He finally breaks the streak of hole-in-one wins, setting him on a 3-1. Once again, for God's sake, we said go to another hole, not up the friggin' thing. And that confirms it. It is not hole 8 where I got my my first hole-in-one. I'm still rather pissed off at the fact that that bloody replay got deleted, but oh well, here we are. I realistically should have shown you it. I actually had the chance. Oh well. Drax was there, so he can confirm it 100% happened. That wasn't just alone and claimed it happened. You might confirm it, excuse me. This bitch is holding my confirmation hostage.
Damn.
You get. Either confirm it or call me a liar, but it's the fucking moment you call me a liar, I know where you goddamn stand.
Damn. Alright, let's do it. Let's hope we get close. Let's hope we get close. That's the rule.
I mean, at least you're not going for a stupid Cobra.
I had to spend time actually relearning what the hell we're supposed to be doing here, because I thought I needed a different setup, and it wasn't working for me. Even during the GP, I landed up there and could still take my shot, by the way. That's supposed to be an unplayable area.
Oh.
But I was able to take a second shot regardless, which is hilarious.
I know for a fact I've also had situations like that where I've just landed up there. It's supposed to be an OB, but it just isn't.
Yeah.
And it looks like your situation is going to be a bit of a weird one with how big that area is. This could go quite literally anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see. Drax has had his good moments on this hole, so...
Let's just be grateful that nobody here is named Tigray, because he would probably be using assist right now. Who am I kidding? He definitely be using assist.
Oh yeah, that's his whole shtick. He wants to do like short chip-ins from around the green. That's his style.
So being cheap.
That's why his best chip-in is like 50 yards. 50-something yards.
Yeah, it's fair.
I mean, it is an interesting strategy because every time he gets a beam impact, it is 100 pang, and he's sometimes gotten ahead of me in pang from that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give a quick disclaimer that Hyper is not the hole.
I mean, he wasn't that close, but...
He literally went right past you. What do you mean?
It's like a whole yard away.
Yeah, that's still just a whole yard away. It's still decently close. Anyway, he's now taking quite a nasty-looking putt. Oof.
Yeah, that's gonna be me too. That's gonna be me too. Kind of wish I was a little closer.
And you're working on a nasty incline as well. This might be a nasty kick. Let's see where this goes.
That goes in.
Nice, very nice. See, I think that's the one slight issue I actually had coming back into Pangya. I forgot how to read the incline and decline until that game where I got really drunk. Then I think my brain...
Oh, I missed! Like... No! Oh, no.
Ironically, what you just said could also fit what I was going to say.
Wow.
So thank you for that.
Wow,
Okay, now
I'm horrible. I'm horrible.
Now it looks like that every single point that Drax has gotten so far was because of Hyper's very minor burst of incompetence. But let's see how he breaks it. No, we all know that. The viewers know that. And I think every golf commentator out there in the world knows that. So let's just move on and see how you redeem yourself. Yeah, you bet I am, big boy. But don't worry, you'll be able to get your revenge soon enough, as I will probably show my terrible skills out on the court.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
No, big boy, no you are not. You said that about when I visited last time, and you fucking didn't do it. So I don't believe you.
I would believe he wanted to, but then he forgot. I would believe that.
Yeah, that's basically him in a nutshell. He wants to do something and then just completely forgets to do it to me. That pretty much be his whole shtick. Anyway, let's see about this.
If he left it at "I'll slap you thousands of feet in the air," I would have said, "Who are you, an anime character?"
Yeah, but then he followed up with "on the plane."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair. I was thinking about a joke like that, but then he went "on the plane," so I was like, ah, damn it, opportunity missed. Whew. You've heard it here, ladies and gents. He apparently always puts spin on it, and he might just let it roll. Let's see if his strategy will yield any actual results. We'll all be laughing in the comments section.
This is definitely going past the hole.
No way past, but it is, yeah, he definitely could have worked with having backspin on that.
I just happened to see the immediate camera angle, and I was like, yeah, this is going past the hole.
Yeah, it's fair. This is probably a dumb decision, but I will be right back.
Alright. Let's see here. In that case, let's go for something like this, maybe. You've heard that one before. I mean, it's fair. Oh man, that was almost tight. That was almost tight. Congrats.
I saw that, and yes, I know you have heard that before. Because every single time that I say it, it generally is true. Wait, no, this wasn't the hole, was it? I know it was a par 3 of some sort where I got my chip in. I just not chip in, if I can hold in one.
Well, a hole-in-one is still technically a chip-in, so...
Well, yeah, but...
I know it's not. I know it's not called that, but...
I just don't remember if this was it.
Well, the only other par 3 is 16, so we'll see if it's that one. If we get there. We probably will, because I'm being horrible.
Fair enough, then. But, yeah, it's either this one, or it's hole 16. But it's definitely one of the par 3s, because I remember it being within, like, no power shot range.
Probably 16, then.
Probably.
Alright.
Yeah, it rolled. It landed quite literally on the green and rolled in. So it probably was 16 in that case. Nebu. And a beautiful hole-in-one, just as predicted. Let's see if Draxie is able to replicate the exact same thing and cause it to be a draw. Well, you heard it here, folks. He said hell no, so we may as well move on to hole 11 right now while he is contemplating his life decisions.
I will say, have more confidence in yourself.
I mean, hey, if he's going to say that, then if you're going to say that, then of course I'm going to take the opportunity.
No, that was absolutely a fair retort as a commentator. You see something like that's just fair game. That's just fair game.
Exactly where I jumped at it. Okay, come on. You can make this. I know you can. Ooh, a little bit sore from the gem.
Here we go.
Alright, let's see if it actually goes in. Not bad, not bad. Oh, there you go. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I insult the players and don't actually move. Because that was blooming brilliant. Even though that
was ridiculous. That's like the Tiger Woods putt that just barely goes in. That's what that was.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just like that. That was ridiculous.
Okay, so I think everyone in the commentator's box is all in agreement. That was immensely impressive. This is why we live for the entire thing. Apparently he has Holden wand this once and only once. So let's see if he can.
I mean, the random nature of this is just like 4, I think.
Yes, it's really not like the most impressive thing if you Holden wand this hole, just simply because of how random the chance actually is.
Yeah, it's just one of those either you do it or you don't kind of things. You wind up getting close or you don't.
Oh god, wait. Oh god, you know what this is reminding me of actually?
What's that?
I have tomahawked this hole before and gotten stuck on the slide.
Oh yeah, I just hope it doesn't happen to me right now.
Yeah, if that happens, I think it's literally unplayable. You quite literally can't do shit.
This was meant to be a tactical play, but this is going very slow. This is going incredibly slow. I might be worried.
Yeah.
This is going so slowly. It's supposed to go faster than this. Oh god. We'll be here for a whole minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pangya edition of the Sonic 2 special stage. Oh, it's actually speeding up a little bit. Oh, and it slowed down about as quickly as most people does in the special stage of Sonic Heroes.
Well, yeah, because they don't know the secret of actually speeding up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's over there. Alright, I do have a long putt to make.
Yep, about 20 yarder.
Probably could have done that slightly differently, but it's fine. It's fine, I think.
Ah, you'll be fine.
Speaking of different, Drax has a different method for this hole. It's a lot riskier.
Oh, he going with the 3 wood. Okay.
It's big risk, big reward.
Oh yeah, that's going in though. And it looks like that we have once again entered the Sonic Heroes special stage. All of that momentum getting almost completely killed. Let's see where he ends up. Forgive me, this camera footage is not very good. I have only just recently learned how to fly this drone. And the fact I can phase through multiple buildings. And once again,
Rolled up in the same spot, pretty much. Wow, that's surprising. Alright, this is critical.
welcome to the green. Would you like to take a look at my wares?
Maybe later.
Your loss. I'm only selling milk on this hole.
Okay,
Maybe I'll have a
let's
double
do
power
for that.
shot for you on the next one. Booyah. Very nice. Okay, very nice. That was good.
2069 looking slightly worse.
Not the absolute worst that could have been, especially, but yeah, this could be fine. This could be fine. This is an angles game more than a power one, to be fair. Oh. And we're in. Very nice putt, and that hits to draw the hole. Sitting on 3-2 at the moment.
All holes still in play. Unfortunately.
Every hole is still in play. Unless Hyper now gets one extra point, it looks like we'll be going with the entire course.
Okay, let's knock this down a little. This one shouldn't be failing like the last one. That would have been that was just horrible. I'm still thinking about that. No, that was just a one wood shot. Because the fan lifts that up.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, there's a fan on this hole.
Right, yeah, I missed. Oh, yeah, so there was. Yeah, I missed the fan. Alright, let's see if we can manage this. Probably can. This won't be very difficult for approach.
Uh-oh. Ooh. That was almost a horrible spot.
That was a nasty situation nearly there. Looks like you should be able to easily approach the green.
Alright. I'm gonna try this. Let's do it. Try like that. Okay. This seems about right. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see how this lands.
God
Just
damn it.
A slight bit to the left. I think I'm just shot.
Oh. That's really unfortunate. Let me see what would happen there.
Okay.
Slide left is fine because I would have merged a little bit in, but it was a little bit too much left, to be fair. Yeah.
Ah, you'll be fine.
That was... Surprised that was about like 2 ticks short though. That really kind of surprises me. Going for the normal shot is definitely a tactical play.
Yep.
I had to go for an aggressive style there because I do sometimes make that in.
Oh, I think I've seen you do that.
Yeah, I've done it a few times. I've done the same on 5, but you know I just have to start by not embarrassing myself first if I want to make that proper. Which is why I was excited about 5 until I did what I did.
Oh well. And with that, we have drawn the hole. Looks like we have had only draws ever since this half of the course has began. Are we going to be seeing anything on hole 13? Let's find out.
This is where things get a little interesting. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely.
This is where things get a little bit interesting. Let's do a moderate kind of thing here, maybe. I don't know. I just largely have to make sure I get across. That's the most important thing. After that, it's like, whatever.
That's quite equal, to be honest. Then again, I can't quite tell with the camera angle. And just on the edge of the green.
That may not be a bad thing. That may not be a bad thing.
Yeah, that would have been a nasty putt otherwise, so I think you got off clean.
Yeah.
It looks like we're setting up for a power shot here.
I did kind of end up a little bit closer to the edge than I thought I was going to be. That was a little scary. Yeah, Drax does have plenty of power to work with, so he could take the opportunity here. The back half of Abbot Mines is a little bit more about tactics than it is about clean play.
Yep. And let's see where this lands. Boom, very nice.
Okay, he's still got a decent putt to make, so I'm not too pressed.
You say that, but I'm not liking the look of things. And once again, the caddies are confused as this is not tapas. We're not coming with any kind of dip over here. Meanwhile, it seems one of those robots in the background is needlessly wasting crystals as it's just picking them up from the pile and putting them right where the drillers are.
I think we'll do something like this. I gotta go for that slow roll. But
in fact, I had a little bit of tapas earlier today. Well, according to this.
Ugh, too much. Way too much on that. Way too much on that. Alright. I mean, this is a fair opportunity here. I kind of sort of let that happen, I guess, but again, this is a matter of tactics.
Of course. And tactics is something that I do not currently possess, so let's just see what happens.
We got it.
Very nice. And that's boom! We have had our first win of this half of the course. All 13 is over, and we are now sitting on 3-3. The entirety of the course is now available for the taking.
Alright. Yeah. This won't do enough, that's the issue. This won't do enough, and I'm not using my double here. If I knew 17 wasn't going to be in play, I'd be doing something different here. Although, let me think about this.
You have approximately 260 seconds.
Because if I do that here, I just have to make sure. No, this has to be done. This has to be done. I'll just have to hope I have enough on 17.
And he's setting up for the double power shot. This could be very interesting.
Might see where that takes me, actually. Even more so than... Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Not quite what I was looking for, but it's doable.
Let's see what happens here. Not bad, just need a little adjustment on the angle. Ooh. I see
mean,
the
my
angle you're trying to work with that game.
my chance of getting this in is very slim to none, but we're gonna try it. The wind is great, but that's absolutely not the only problem here. Not by a long shot. Yeah, that may not have been a good tactical call. I should have just let that roll. But if I did, yeah.
Slightly debatable on that one.
There's an argument for both there, but that didn't work out like I wanted to at all. Oh,
Try
well.
to make it all in one. You know, right? They have to land the comet into the cup. I don't think the caddies quite realize that a hole-in-one is not really possible at this stage. And that's a draw for this hole. On to hole 15.
Oh, good wind. Maybe not angle-wise, but good wind regardless. Yeah, angle sucks, but whatever. We'll have to work with it. This hole is always a strange one. Let's try like that. Okay. Da. This is a tough range here. Do I just go the 2? I might go the 2 here. I think I usually go the 2 here. So that's that. I usually give a bit more because this hole's horribly deceptive. So I wouldn't be surprised if this somehow went too far over. That's rough. That's very disappointing. Wow. And I was fiddling with that a little too much. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The Cobra method. But it looks like it's gone. Oh, yeah, it's gone a fair bit too far. Unfortunately, this green's pretty straight, so despite the tactical misplay, it probably won't cost him. I just really wish I got mine in. That was very unfortunate. Okay, 3-3 with 3 holes remaining and a very critical hole coming up. It's the short version. It's the short version. That is going to have to make me do something I don't really want to do. Damn it.
Yeah, it's definitely this hole.
Alright, I guess we gotta just go for plan B then. I mean, of the two, that's the better one for just about everybody.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, the only reason that I had a hole-in-one here is because I had a wind that was facing towards the hole. So it just rolled it right on in.
Alright, we'll just go with it. Whatever. It hit a bad spot. It hit an awful spot.
Ooh, that hit a bad spot, yeah.
I was hoping I wouldn't do that. Let's take a look. Yeah, it definitely hit. Like another 2-yarder would probably have made a difference there. Yeah.
Well, let's see if he can work this hole out. Nope.
That was more the shot I was thinking I was gonna make, actually, but I did wind up being very conservative in the end there.
Ah, well, you're fine.
Well, this next hole is gonna matter. This next hole is gonna matter a lot because it's gonna come down to long putting.
Oh yeah.
I was hoping.
I think it is. This is gonna be nasty.
I was hoping hole 17 wouldn't be in play, but then I decided to make several tactical misplays.
Ah, well, I mean, you've got more than enough power at this point.
Yes, that's the fortunate thing.
And on to hole 17, or should I say the dreaded 17.
Well, this wind is great, actually.
That's
This wind is great for this.
really nice wind, yeah.
All that's left is just to let it fly.
That's a long putt if I've ever seen one.
Yeah,
Not
I
as
mean,
brilliant a putt on his end, but it's looking alright. I wonder if I should roll it. I do not know. I am your brother, not your brain.
huh.
My only regret this game is that I ended up saying a joke and my mic was muted.
Aw.
I really wish it was one that you guys heard as well. It's a freaking good one. I can't even remember what it was, but I just remember it was really good. That's fair, but let's see what you're capable of in the meantime. He's going for the power spin tomahawk. Let's see where this goes.
If it winds up too short, it's OB.
No,
It's not OB, but it's not what he wanted either.
Oh no.
Very lucky he landed there and not somewhere else. Extremely lucky.
The thing is, you now only have to get a putt while he has to effectively get a chip in. Otherwise, I think you've taken the round.
This is still pending whether I make this putt or not, but yes, that's correct.
Which effectively means that at that point, he's either lost or he's drawn the game. If you win this hole, there is no way for him to win. As long as my understanding of the scoring system isn't incorrect.
If I pick up a point here, he can only draw, but he will very much lose because I have way more peng than he does. And I made sure of that.
Yeah, so that's effectively saying, GG, you've lost. You take this round, there's no way for him to win.
Oh!
You should have let that roll.
That was surprisingly close. Holy shit. Okay, this is not an easy putt. It's not that bad, but it's not. I've misplayed this hole before. I've been known to miss this putt. So I'm not trusting anything. How do I feel about that? I think that's like fine. And me hit this basically neutral because at this level that incline doesn't matter.
That
there we
is
go.
Effectively game. We'll still be moving on to hole 18, but that is effectively GG.
Alrighty.
Let's see what we get on the final hole of Abbot Mines.
Unfortunately, I must use this, even though it's completely unnecessary in this spot. So I just want to make sure I get across. I'm not leaving anything to chance.
And I will hit nature while you take your shots.
Alright. That's doable. Is it ideal? No, it is not. But is it fine? Yes, it's fine. Alright. Let's try and wrap this up. Don't have a power shot to try, but I'll just get close.
There we go.
I mean, you nearly made an extreme comeback, so to be fair, that nearly didn't matter at all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, let's just see how well we can take this hole.
This actually might need this. We'll do about that. Oh no, I still need more on that. Oh well. I still needed more on that. Okay, that was a bit off anyway. I think my first instinct of where I was probably better than where I ended up choosing. Yeah, it looks that way.
Question is, should I use my more balanced character when I play?
That did pretty much go right across the beam. I'll give you that. So.
Okay, that's round 1 of 3, and that belongs to Hyper. So, to get a lay of the understanding, what happens in round 2 of 3?
If I win again, I win the match. If Drax wins, we force a game 3.
Ah, okay, so it's literally just a repeat.
Yeah, same rules, but we're going to Shining Sands instead for round 2. And if round 3 is forced, it's Mystic Ruins, unfortunately. I aim to not let that happen, so...
Gotcha.
Alright, that is round 1, so see you round 2.